We told them, forget it, just let it go. So they did. So I'm getting my clothes out and I'm like, oh my God, these clothes are so hot. Like, what is up with these clothes? Do you want to hear some house drama? I got some house drama for you. Good morning. It is Monday and it is February 25th. Tomorrow's my sister's birthday. 27th is my niece's birthday, so it's going to be a birthday filled time. Let me tell you guys that the last probably 20 hours have been pretty crazy. And I don't mean like crazy like they've just been insane. But I don't know, there's so much has gone on since the last time I talked to you guys. I finished the last vlog at what, 9 o'clock or something? So the last time I talked to you guys, we were waiting on the status of the house, like to find out if they were going to accept the offer and everything. Well, that went for some crazy turns. So it was probably, I don't know, maybe around noon, 1 o'clock-ish. Rudy gets a text that says that the seller's agent is meeting with the sellers and they're going to be coming back to us soon. Okay, so then about an hour goes by and we finally get a call that says, so they went ahead and they countered back, they counted at, this price here, blah, blah, blah. It was like $2,000 less than what they were originally wanting, which was still like quite a bit out of our price range. So we were like, what? That's crazy. That's all they came down? Like, that's not much at all. So we said, okay, let's counter back at this price and see what happens. We kind of knew at that point that it wasn't going to happen. Like, we were already set. So like, they hang up the phone. And I just told Rudy, I'm like, it's not going to happen. And he's like, yeah, I know, but we'll just try it. I said, okay, I'm like, but I already know. So what's our next step? During this time, we get another text, I think, back from the agent that says they came down another 1,000. That's it? Like, we can't do that. Like, that's just not going to be right. So we told them, forget it, just let it go. So they did. And then during the time when we were going between the bids, we kind of knew that it wasn't going to happen. I asked her, what do we want to do now? And he's like, I guess we go for the other house. So we had a choice of 3 houses. We had the one on Whittier, the one on 9th, and then the one on Garfield. Well, Rudy's like, I really don't want the one on Garfield. Like, it just has so much work that's going to be involved. I think I'd just rather not do that one. So that one's out now. So we're down to the 2. So I said, do you want to put the on offer in on that one on 9th? And he was like, yes. So we talked about like how we want to do it. She's pricing it very, very well, but I didn't want to ask offering. Like, I didn't want to ask the price. Like, you just don't do that. So we offered like, I want to say about $2,000 less. So when our realtor texted us back and said that they came down another $1,000, whatever it was, we just told them, just walk away. We're done with that one. But we want to put an offer in on the house on 9th. So it's funny that because the backyard to the house on 9th butts up to the backyard of my sister's house. So it's like we could put a fence between our two, like between them, and be able to get like in and out. Like, or maybe it's not. I think maybe it's a little farther up. So maybe they're like catty corner to each other. But like, there's a big field back here, and so I think that like our house, they're right next to it's right around the corner from my sister's house. Other funny thing is, the layout of the house is exactly the same as my sister's house. It's like they're like the same house. It's so weird. But then the one on 9th has a lot of updating that needs to be done, which isn't a bad thing, but like it has wood paneling in it. And it has these weird like divider things that divide up the kitchen from the dining room that have like these big spindles on them and stuff. And I'm like, those are coming out. Those are done. We're getting rid of those. And the flooring all needs to be redone. It's going to be work, but it's still going to be okay, I think. I don't know. I was having like crazy dreams about it all, and I didn't, there was a lot going on yesterday. During this time, I'm doing my laundry. And I go over to get my clothes out of the dryer, and I was doing them on like a low heat so that the colors and stuff don't get all crinkly and weird. So I did them on a low heat. And I noticed it when I opened it up that the time still said 17 minutes. And I was just like, but the dryer wasn't on. So I'm like, whatever, I don't know. So I'm getting my clothes out and I'm like, oh my God, these clothes are so hot. Like, what is up with these clothes? They were like burning up hot. I don't know, it was the craziest thing. So then I just was like, that's weird. Like, still not thinking about all of it. I have other stuff on my mind. So I fold out my laundry and then I go to put my next load in and I hit the bell button and it wouldn't turn on. It clicks, but it doesn't turn on. And I'm like, the dryer's not working. And Rudy's like, fantastic. So apparently, from what we can find, Rudy finally found the piece, but the fuser agent or something, not fuser agent, that'd be like a copy machine. It's like a heating fuse or something. I guess it died. So I guess and that's what happened. I think it just got too hot and it finally just turned itself off. It was like done. And so, or something happened to it. We checked the duct and everything, like checked it all. There was no blockage. There was nothing even in the lint. There was no lint trapped in there or anything. So we don't know really what happened. But Rudy was able to get in there, but our dryer's like completely ripped apart. So it's just like done. I don't know. But that was a drama of yesterday. So I have half my clothes washed. I didn't have any white, so that's why I'm wearing a black t-shirt, and I just kind of found a sweater that would match it. I had one pair of khakis because the rest were the ones that were supposed to be getting dried, and I hung them out to dry, but I doubt they're gonna get. They're probably gonna be all crinkly and weird. Oh my gosh, it was a mess yesterday, but I did get the Plan With Me filmed, so that was good. And they're gonna put the offer in on the second house today. I think we have a better chance of getting this one. But I'm going to go ahead and get to some stuff here, but it is Monday, so it is time for Coffee Talk Monday. Cue the intro. So for today's Coffee Talk Monday, I want to talk about being okay when things don't go the way you want. So with this whole house thing, as you know, like just got done talking about it, it fell through. It didn't work. We kind of got all like excited about the house too. And so it was very disappointing when it didn't go through. Like we were just kind of like, oh wow, that's not at all how we thought this was going to go. But we had a backup plan and we were ready to go. So I think it's important to have those kind of things available and to be able to talk about it with somebody, because you know what, that's life and things are not going to go the way that you always want them to. But you need to be able to be prepared for that. Have somebody you can talk to about it. So I had Rudy, so we were able to like have immediate plan of action. Like this is not going to go the way we want. We already know that now. So here's our other option. So the second thing is have a backup plan. So, because you know what? The goal doesn't change, but your plan of action changes. So, just because your dream you're going toward, or whatever it is, your goal, your dream, or whatever, doesn't work one way, does not mean it's not going to work a different way. So, just be prepared to switch up the plan and try something different. Today was much better than it has been, but they were still a little talkative, but it was definitely a lot better. I didn't have as much weird behaviors and all that stuff. I gotta cut these out. So it wasn't too bad, but now I need to get, we have these things that are called domains that we have to do for the state. So like domains 1 and 2 are like our observations, and I can't remember what the other one is. Domain 4, maybe it's PDP, I can't remember. Domain 4 is like all our professionalism stuff, so we have to prove that we're professionals apparently. So we have to do all these like documentation for it, and you know how it is. I've had this open to me for a very long time. Like it's been available for me to go ahead and submit documentation onto it, and I have it. And so it was due on Friday at like 3 o'clock. But we were having computer issues, so they went ahead and extended it into today by 3 o'clock, and it's now 3:10, and I haven't finished it. So I'm going to try to buckle down and get that done really fast. I just got to upload some photos and stuff, and then I should be good to go. But Good morning. It is now Tuesday, February, I have no idea, 26th. Today's my sister's birthday. I need to tell my sister I have a birthday, so I'll do that in just a second. Yeah, last night I got home and I had to get an Etsy order out. So I worked and got that out. My white balance is off. Sorry if I'm a little yellow. So I got home, I got an Etsy order out. Rudy got the dryer fixed, so that's like, what? Crazy. It was awesome. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Anyway, so he got the dryer fixed, which was amazing. So what he did was, he called me and said, I'm going by Bush Appliance to see if they have the little fuse thing. So it was the little fuse thing that's inside of it. It's called the heating fuse or something, I don't know. And I guess it just burned out. Apparently it's a common thing. So I didn't know this. It's funny because I had a dryer when I lived in Kansas that was from like the 1950s. I had this dryer in my house that I had bought at a yard sale because I needed a washer and dryer. That thing lasted forever. And now these new dryers and new washing machines don't last very long at all. It's just so crazy that, a dryer from the 1950s is still going, but our dryer that is probably like 4 or 5 years old had the fuse piece blow out in it. I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. It made no sense. But I was able to get the rest of my clothes washed. So I have my whites are washed, and I got my dress pants or my work pants all finished and washed. So I didn't get to go into a lot of detail yesterday, but we are starting Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs as we're doing a unit with that for the week, just to kind of end up our weather stuff that we were working on. And I read the book to him in the very beginning. So now I just read it as an introduction. Now we're doing a study of the book. So, and this was all kinds of stuff that we do with it. Yesterday was supposed to be a visualizing one, but I ended up not getting to it because I had to do a writing sample for my data meeting that day. So that got put off so the kids can do their writing. So they did an expository text about a weather of their choice. So some picked lightning, some picked blizzards. I think those are the two that got picked the most, was lightning and blizzards. And it was really hard because we practiced some expository text and writing it, but it not as much as I would really wanted to this year. So, but they did get the option to they had their iPads, they went on to Epic Books, and they went and found their books that they were writing they needed for their research, and so they researched. So, we spent like 20 minutes, 30 minutes doing that. So it really was and I really wanted to spend more time with it because I usually do, where they break it up with a graphic organizer and stuff. We just ran out of time. So, but we got that done. I turned that in. So today we'll do the visualizing activity, and then I'm going to read the book. We're going to do the character setting and the plot beginning or plot problem solution on this one. So then the problem and solution in the story. And then today we're also going to be cutting apart and putting common nouns and proper nouns from the text. So that's today's goal. We'll see how much we can get done. I've been trying not to do myself on all this because, we talked about this before where you put too much in and then you have all these extra papers. I try not to do that, but yesterday was just one of those days where something got thrown in that I was not planning for. So today for their phonics, we're doing the TH sound again, as you guys remember from yesterday. I don't know if I talked about it or not, but we're doing TH. And we talked about how it's voiced and unvoiced yesterday. We did some practice. So today they're going to be taking their words and putting them in the boxes. So it's the Find the Right Fit is what it's called. Today we're going to be adding 3 numbers, which I think we've tried to do before and I ended up getting pushed off. Anyway, so we're doing equalities. I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how we're going to just review some on the board, and I'll probably give some kiddos some whiteboards and we'll just work it through it that way. And then for my table, we worked on doubles yesterday and doubles plus 1 for the groups that were able to do the doubles plus 1. So they're also going to get this game they're going to play together today, which I talked about before in the last vlog. And they'll roll the die and then they'll write 1 plus 1 that will equal 2. I think they said they write the number, right? I don't know. So they write the number and then they go up. Whatever card gets the most is the winner. And then for my small groups, for daily 5 and guided reading-ish, one group's been working on the letter W. The other group is working on short A. We're working on some more short A stuff. And then we're going to be playing a game called Crab Apples. So this is it. It came from Mr. First Grade. Actually, he's Kindergarten Explorer now. Yeah, he's Kindergarten Explorer. But this is back when he did first grade. So what they do is they have these cards. And I had these things made up. I've had them forever. But they have these cards. And they have to read the word on the card. And if they read it, they get to keep it. And then if they get a crab apple card, then they have to put their cards back. And then they start over again. So that's what we're going to be doing today for that one group. Because they really just need to practice their fluent reading. Because they're very choppy. So that's what I've been really focusing on. Is getting them to read more fluently. My battery is almost going to die. I'm at 10%, 9%. I do have more batteries, but they're put away, and I don't want it to run out in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and get to my day. Alright, so what a rough day today was. You know, it really wasn't that bad. There was just one student that wanted to like push my buttons the whole time. It was just like non-stop. And I just was like, I can't do this with you anymore. I'm tired. And then I heard back from the place I interviewed at, and they just said they're still like basically on a hold as they're waiting. I'm not sure why they interviewed people, but I guess so they have backup. But I did hear from my principal at that the other place I applied at, which was like 10 minutes away from Emporia, they talked to her, and so it sounds like things are going pretty well. I haven't got a call yet for an interview, but hopefully I'll hear something soon. Sorry, checking stuff. Yeah, so I don't know, but it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just getting to that point where it's starting to get kind of scary because I don't have a job yet and we don't have a house to live in yet. And it's getting like, we're not that close. It's still February and we're not moving until like the end of May, beginning of June probably. So we still have some time, but it's still getting kind of scary and nerve wracking. So I don't know. And I haven't heard anything about the job offer that we, the house that we put an offer in. So I don't have any emails. I've had no text messages. So who knows on that part. But amazingly enough, we got all of our daily 5s done. And I actually got the one from yesterday that I did not end up getting done. I ended up doing them today. So I have all of them caught up. Tomorrow is early release. So I'll just make sure I have all that stuff done. It is now 3:30, so I'm going to be going home, I think. I'm not going to stay here and mess around with stuff. I was going to, but I didn't. But I do have... You remember my Sunday basket I talked about? I have that, so tomorrow after school, I will spend some time going through that. So it's gotten pretty full. But it's nice because it's keeping my desk clean because I don't worry about it. I just go, oh, okay, now throw it over there. But I saw this on Pinterest. I can't remember what it was, but I have this book that is like falling apart, and I don't think it's I don't think it's repairable anymore. It's getting to the point where it's really, really bad. So there was something I saw where somebody did, like, if you guys have ideas what I can do with the pages in the books, I've seen things, and I can't remember what it was, but I saw stuff on Pinterest about how they use the pages from the books to make really cool stuff out of them, and I can't remember what it was. So if you have any ideas for that, let me know. So, because I don't want to throw the book away, but it is like unsalvageable at this point. Like I've taped it. It's pretty much done. So I'm not going to try to repair it. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to use for something. And I remember it was either bookmarks or something. Oh, bookmarks would be cool to use. I don't know. I'll figure out something. But anyways, I'm going to put that in my figure out what to do with pile. But anyways, I'm done and I'm going home. So. Do you want to hear some house drama? I got some house drama for you. So, good morning. It is Wednesday. It's February 27th. It is my niece's birthday today, so I got to do that here in a few minutes. But, oh my gosh, this house drama goes on forever. And I don't know, I thought it was going to be so much more like cut and dry. You know what I mean? Just because when we bought our house, it pretty much was. Like we had a lot of drama that happened after our offer went in and as we were going through the process, getting ready to go into escrow and everything, we had a lot of problems there. But we didn't have any problems doing the whole beginning part. So we got a call yesterday. We are now on the house on 9th. We put the offer in, we put it at 92.5. She was asking 95. We asked her to play closing costs also. Just to try. Like we already know that the 95,000 is below our budget. Like we are kind of like we'll just feel it out a little bit. We get a call around like 4 o'clock or so from our agent, and he says this woman is going to be, because it's for sale by owner, this woman is going to be very hard to deal with in a way because I don't think she really wants to sell her house. Which we already knew that. Like, I kind of already felt that out. I kind of knew that already, like, when she was talking to us. But she's lived there for like 30 years and raised her kids there and everything. I think she has a really strong attachment to the house. So she came back. She said, no, I want $95,000 for the house and I will not pay closing costs. If I pay closing costs, it's $98,000 and I'll pay closing costs. We came back at 95 saying we'll pay closing costs. We're good, whatever. Like, there's not a lot of houses out there right now and we need to get this going. And I mean, like, we can wait a little bit, but I don't want to wait too long and then lose opportunities. You know what I mean? So it's like we can probably wait another month and still be okay, but are there going to be houses on the market in a month? Because right now there's barely any houses out there that are in our price range that we want to pay and in a livable condition. So I don't know. It's like drama. And Rudy just texted me right now, so hold on. I don't know. But if my sister stays in the house she's in now, which at one point there was talk of, and I know she watches these vlogs, so she's gonna be like, wait a minute. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with their house, but if they don't sell, if they decide not to sell theirs or keep it on the market, then like we're in a really good location. We're like right around the corner from my sister's house. I can see my nephews and everything. So that's really nice. But if they do sell, oh well, you know, whatever. If they sell their house, it's not a huge deal. I kind of like the neighborhood. We lived there for like 2 years before, but we lived down the street more. And when we were in college, Rudy and I lived in a house right over there. We rented. And the neighborhood wasn't bad. It was a pretty nice neighborhood. I liked it. I do know that right across the street from where the house is a softball field or a baseball field where during the time kids play baseball and they have tournaments and stuff there. So we might get a lot of traffic during those times, but the rest of the year it looks like it's fine. So I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so that's the house drama. I have not heard anything. I actually text two of my other people that were references for the job that I applied for. Not the one in Emporia, but the one that's in the town right next to it. It's called America. It's North Lyon County. But I applied there too, and that was one that talked to my principal yesterday. Like I talked to you guys about that. So I sent text to the two other teachers here that are references. They said yes, they did try to contact. You know, he tried to contact them. So I'm just kind of waiting. I'm hoping that one works out because I don't want to be, I don't know. I think with Emporia, I'll have it. I have it in. I think I have it. It's just there's no positions available. And so I don't want to wait it out this whole time and then find out at the very end it comes to like July and it's like, sorry, we still don't have a position. And then I don't have a job. So I'm thinking like, if Americas works out, I'll take the Americas job. It's only 10 minutes away. It probably takes me a little bit longer just because I'm on the other side of town, but I can take the way around. It'll probably take like 15 minutes. And it's not that big of a deal. And I can stay there for a while. I mean, I student taught there. I enjoyed the school when I was there. So anyway, so today is Wednesday and I have duty in like 30 minutes. So, and I'm hoping to get to go outside today. It's 42. Feels like 39. Well, it's seriously, if they don't take him outside, I'm going to be very mad. Because those kids sitting in the gym is the biggest pain because they're not playing. They're fighting with each other and they get up and they run around and they throw their backpacks at each other. And it's just like, you're constantly on like behavior duty the whole time. When they're outside playing on the playground, you just have little tiny things like oh, sit on the swing correctly, or play nice with your friends, please. You know, those little things. But when they're in the cafeteria at the gym, it's a mess. So I'm hoping they go out. It's only 7:12, so and it's supposed to be like 75 degrees here today, which is so nice. And then Rudy's been working on, I don't know if I've ever talked about it, but the stucco on our house, especially we have a retaining wall that comes around like the courtyard area when we walk up to the front door. And it's not a retaining wall, but it's like a wall. We have a wall, and the stucco has been peeling off of it, and we just have never had time to go out and get it fixed. It's just getting worse. We went out one time, and well, Rudy did. I didn't do anything of it. He went out there and scraped like all the old chipping stuff off because it's old paint that's been on it and stuff. So he chipped it all off. So he's putting this new patching stuff on it. The wall looks so nice. He's doing a great job on it. So I think he's done like all the way around one whole side, this whole side, the front side where the big arch is at, and then he's done the inside all the way up. So he has about a third of it left to do on that part. And then the rest of it, he's gonna go around and patch up little cracks that we have going around because the rest of it's not too bad. And there's a couple of areas where like some of it's kind of peeling a little bit, and he's just gonna chip it off and put some new stuff on. And then we're gonna paint. So I'm like super excited about the painting part because I don't know. I think it's going to make the house look so nice. And so I'm really excited about it. And I'm hoping that it works, that's a really appealing factor to people when they come up to the house and see, ooh, look how nice and painted this house looks. So I'm hoping that this weekend we'll go down and go buy paint too for it. But anyway, today, so anyways, back to what I was saying. Today we have early release. So we'll do some more of let me just grab it. We're doing more with the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So today we're working on cause and effect. The paper kind of gives them the cause, and then they just have to come up with the effect. So it makes it a little bit easier for first graders because for them to come up with the cause and the effect, I did a lesson on this one time for an observation, and it was so hard to do. And so but there is a front and a back to it. So we have 6 of them, 6 causes, 6 effects. So we're working on that. I'm also making connections. So the students will tell what they read and what the connection was that they made. So they only have to do 2 on that one. We'll do 1 together and they'll have to do 1 on their own. And then for their words today, they're doing a word search. My students love word searches. I don't know if your kids love word searches. And then today we're doing graphing again today. It's a grab and go graphing, which I think yesterday we did equalities, but today we're gonna be doing graphing. And I need to get some blocks put inside bags so the kids can have, and they're gonna grab out the blocks for them and their partner, and then they're gonna graph it. So, and then they have questions that go along with it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that as a whole group. Maybe I'll do it as a whole class activity, or I might have the kids do it. It depends on how much time we have. We're going to be really short with time. So I might have to do it as a whole, just like I do it, and they watch and fill out their own chart, and then we answer questions as a group, just because we're going to be really short on time. That's about it. Hey, it is now 3:05. I had 2 staff meetings this morning, and I also got a call from the principal at the other school that I applied at. And well, what happened was he called one of my references first. So she came over and talked to me, and she's like, I just want to let you know that I talked to him, blah, blah. Well, I was doing that, my phone rang, and I was like, it's him. So she's like, go talk to him, I'll go watch your class. So she watched my class, and I talked to him on the phone. And so we set up an interview for the 6th. And he said, I would like to do a Google Hangout to do the interview. And I was like, okay, I've never used Google Hangout. And he's like, well, I'll call you today on it and we'll see if we can get it to work. So I'm like, okay. So I thought it was supposed to be at 3, but I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood the time or something. I don't know. Or maybe he got caught up doing something else. Who knows? So I have Google Hangouts up right now, and I'm just waiting for it to happen. I'm not really sure how this works. And the first time I used it, our web thing blocked it. So then I downloaded the app onto my phone, but then I tried a different laptop because I have 2 laptops. I have multiple laptops in my classroom. So on the MacBook, it wouldn't work. So I tried it on my regular laptop that I use for my Promethean board, and that one worked. And now I'm just waiting for somebody to show up. So it was really weird though. I don't know. So, and that's why I have you guys over here, because if I have you guys over here, then I don't know why I have it that way, but. And then I had to get my tripod out and everything. But it was funny because I turned on my webcam so I can see like what was behind me. So I didn't have like boxes or it looked really horrible in the background. So I've taken some of the boxes down and threw them onto the floor. And I had some stuff up here that I took down because I really need to go through that. I also have to go through this bin. So maybe I should do that while I am waiting for him. Done with that. So, and I have a huge mess on my desk. I'm so glad that he probably didn't. I don't know. Hopefully he didn't see it because it was like I'm in the middle of like cleaning up this basket, and then he called me, and he's like, "I'm trying to get this set up, and for some reason, like I can see your photo and everything, so I know I'm connected to your account, but I can't get it to do anything." And so he was like, "Try this, this, and this, and this." And we tried different things, and then finally he's like, "Let me send you a test email." So I did that. And so let me add you as a contact and see if I can send you, if I can connect to you. So then it worked. And then it was funny because we're both like on the video chat and we're talking, but we're both on our phones still. And he's like, this is probably defeating the purpose of us both being on the phone. But anyway, so now I have a interview set up for March 6th with him. So hopefully that turns into something. Last I heard, originally it was going to be first and fifth grade, and then I heard that the kindergarten teacher wants to loop up to first grade, so it may be a kindergarten position. So, but I'd rather do that than fifth grade, just because all my material works for kindergarten. Like I can kind of bring it down, but I can't go 5 steps up to a fifth grade position to do that. So, I don't know. I'm like freaking out though. I mean, this is gonna be scary. I don't know what to do. I would really like to keep first grade if I could, but I don't know if that's going to be a possibility at this point. So, we're just going to wait and find out, but I'll keep you guys posted. But that is it for this vlog. So I'm going to continue cleaning up this mess here and going home because it's now 3:33. So I would like to go home and I have to edit this vlog. So I'm going to see you guys next time. So thank you for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Sorry. Follow me on all my social media, and until next time, don't forget to always be you. Bye.